Greetings, welcome to our kitchen. We are the Greek goddesses of culinary arts. I am Aphrodite.
I am Diet Onisis.
And I'm Hades. Today we'll be discussing the Mediterranean diet.
Part of our godly duties is to ensure the health of all the human mortals on Earth. We, as the three wonderful goddesses, are trying to help out specifically young mortal women aged 20 to 30 that are obese with high blood pressure and also have obstructive sleep apnea. This population is sedentary. They work at an office job 40 hours a week. They're just starting their career and they don't have very much time to take care of their nutritional needs. They're of a middle socioeconomic status and they know basic cooking skills. This group has in the past been consuming energy-dense foods but not nutritionally dense foods. So they're maybe a little deficient in vitamins and minerals, and so we're hoping our diet will help them lose weight, get more nutrients, and lower their blood pressure. And Mediterranean diet does a little physical activity, so that'll help with weight loss as well.
As Diet Onisis briefly mentioned, we have several health goals that we would like to achieve for this population. We want to lower this group's blood pressure to reduce their risk of cardiovascular complications. We would also like these mortals to reduce their weight, lose their weight, to help with their obstructive sleep apnea and prevent further obesity-related illnesses.
A 2,000 calorie per day diet is recommended, but in order to lose weight, 1,600 calories per day is more ideal. Based on a 1,600 calorie per day diet, the group should consume around 530 calories per meal. This may lead to a weight loss of 0.8 pounds per week and result in losing weight.
What is the Mediterranean diet? The Mediterranean diet focuses on foods traditionally consumed by people living by the sparkling ocean of the Mediterranean Sea. These people come from countries like Greece, Crete, Croatia, and southern Italy, and Spain. Their daily meals traditionally include plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables. These are the base of that pyramid. And they have heart-healthy grains and legumes, olive oil, yogurt, cheese, a little bit of fish, some water, and a touch of wine. And they use meat as more of a garnish than an actual main dish.
Foods that contribute to the Mediterranean-style diet are full of flavor, easy to prepare, inexpensive, nutrient-dense, and also satiating. And they try to avoid heavily processed foods.
The Mediterranean diet emphasizes complex carbohydrates, those from whole grains and starches rather than sugars. These foods provide most of the energy within the diet. It also considers vegetables an essential part of the diet. They are eaten both raw or cooked and provide fiber, minerals, and vitamins.
Nuts are consumed as well. Although they are high in fat, they are high in the good fats.
I'm Dionysus, the goddess of wine, and my favorite part of this Mediterranean diet is the wine. Moderate consumption of wine, 1 glass a day for females or 2 for men, is an acceptable practice. Not only is it endorsed by cardiologists to prevent heart disease, but it also has antioxidants.
Sorry, I should have had that.
Okay.
According to the ancient scrolls that I've been reading lately about the Mediterranean diet, last night with my glass of wine, I learned that the Mediterranean diet can be good for your health. I too am a gluttonous creature and can understand why mortal humans have a difficult time switching from a fast food diet to a healthier option. But luckily, mortals in clinical trials show that this diet is highly palatable and very satiating. This is the reason why the diet is easier to adhere to for long term. This is not a low-fat diet, for olive oil flows as freely as the rivers on Mount Olympus. This is what gives this special diet such flavor and taste. The monounsaturated fats of the olive oil are more easily oxidized by the body. This means the body can use them more readily than saturated fats. Some hypothesize this is why high consumption of these fats cause less weight gain than the saturated fats. As for weight loss, well, these ancient scrolls show conflicting data. In some studies, there's an inverse relationship between the Mediterranean diet and body mass index, and in others, there is no correlation. However, studies show that if this diet is adhered to for long term, it causes less weight gain than those that eat Western diets. This fabulous Mediterranean diet is also associated with less abdominal fat and a smaller waist circumference, so you can be just as beautiful as Aphrodite. We all know that a smaller waist circumference reduces your risk of inflammation, insulin resistance, and metabolic syndrome. Therefore, we are going to try the Mediterranean diet today.
Today we'll be creating a dinner. It will consist of a pesto and shrimp pasta, a side salad with cucumbers, onions, and tomatoes, an orange for dessert, and wine for a beverage.
Okay, so first we're going to start with the salad. So first we have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and one important element that distinguishes the cuisine of the Mediterranean from others is the generous use of olive oil in both cooking and at the table. Olive oil is mostly monounsaturated fats, which is known to help prevent heart disease. This population eats a lot of saturated and trans fats and would benefit from unsaturated fats. So, here's 2 tablespoons. Okay. And next we have some apple cider vinegar. We'll just throw in about 1/3 of a cup. And now, next we have 5 tablespoons of water. And we have 2 tablespoons of sugar. Oh, yes, thank you. And we don't want to put too much sugar because sugar is kind of processed and bad for you, but just a little. A little bit, for taste. So now we have 2 large cucumbers, thinly sliced. Where's my knife? Oh, yes. Okay, so now we're going to put 2 large tomatoes sliced as well, and a red onion thinly sliced, which we cut here. And we're going to add salt and pepper just for some taste. And fresh dill for a garnish.
So for the main dish, we're doing a shrimp and pesto pasta. We will need a 1/2 pound of wheat linguine, about 4 cups, a pinch of salt, some basil, fresh basil from the garden, and we will have orange pepper, some shrimp, and also pine nuts, and olive oil. And the olive oil, pine nuts, and basil will all contribute to the pesto. And to top things off, put a little salt and pepper and some red pepper flakes. Vegetables are a huge part of the Mediterranean diet. They contribute to the base of the pyramid. And they offer a lot of fiber and vitamins like vitamins A and C, and also folate, which is essential for a woman of childbearing age. We're going to blend the pesto now, so we're going to put some basil, and we had some pine nuts in there, and the olive oil. This blending should take about, say a minute or so. And it's done. And we will now place our shrimp into the water and boil it so it's ready to go. And fish contains omega-3, which helps prevent cardiovascular disease. It's very heart healthy. This is our finished meal. Females aged 20 to 30 should consume 130 grams of carbohydrates a day, which equates to about 43 grams a meal. They should also consume about 46 grams of protein, which is about 15 grams of protein a meal, and also 52 grams of fat per day. And that should be usually found in the olive oil or your meats, or the nuts.
We are aiming to use much less sodium than the daily recommended of less than 2,400 because the target population has high blood pressure. 640 milligrams per meal is proportional to a 1,600 calorie per day diet. The vitamin and mineral requirements are universal throughout any diet.
Hades, what's for dessert?
Oh, we have a mandarin orange here, and which is very high in fiber, low calorie, nutrient dense, and satiating.
That's great.
Would you like me to feed you?
Please.
Not only does the Mediterranean diet have guidelines on what someone should eat, but it also recommends physical activity. Our target population is sedentary and could benefit from 30 minutes of moderate, intense physical activity, such as running or dancing.
Good, good, good.
In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl.